There you go, a treat for you guys. Yeah, that's cornbread, that's cheese, that's parsley flakes, red pepper flakes. Oh, yes, good chickie treat. Good chickie treat. Alright, let's go see if your babies like it as well. Hold on, guys. Hold on. No. Wow. Already out. Okay, Chip it. Hey. Hey. Go get your own treat. Yeah, Chip's telling you about the treat there. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome back to Watching Chickies. Now here on day 478 of the broadcast. And Watching Chickies is the daily live stream here on Reddit and later YouTube about the lives and development of my chickens. Oh, Chippy. Chippy's a very happy boy. Oh, you trying to tell the girls about the cheese? Oh, you gonna bring it to them? Trying to bring them the piece of cheese? Oh, you're such a good boy. Here. Let's see if we can get the girls over to it. Come on. Come on, girls. This way. This way, girls. Come on. Go try the treat. Oh, Sweetheart just got that treat that Chip put out there. I think Dale's going for it now. Oh, yes, Sweetheart likes cheese as well. Chickens love cheese. Little known fact. Oh, happy boy with his cheese. Happy boy with his cheese. There's more over there, Sweetheart. You just have to go back into your run. Oh, hello there. When it rains, it pours. Yeah, the chickens are happy today. I have made a treat for them of some leftover cornbread, some cheese, crushed red pepper, and parsley flakes. They haven't really seemed to really touch the grapes too much, but this treat is really going over well. Chip is very pleased. Making all of the happy little chuckle clucks for his girls. And now that the girls are back in, they are quite pleased as well. And you can see Stormy and Braveheart just eating away over here. Oh, it's a lovely meal, isn't it, Miss Braveheart? Eating with Mr. Stormy and Kagome. Good girl. Good boy. Oh, just eating away. Yeah. Yummy. Well, right here you see 3 hybrid chickens. In black is Sweetheart, who is half ayam cemani and half silkie. Over there on the right is Dale. She's a hen who is half onagadori and half silkie, or silkie-adoris as I like to call them. And over there is her full-blooded brother, Chip, in glorious tricolors. And he is a silkie-adori as well, but a rooster. Just enjoying a little treat right now all together. They're here in their chicken run. There's their coop at the end. And you could tell how much they're enjoying this meal because they are not moving. It's just nom. Has lots of things that they enjoy. Cornbread, crushed red pepper, cheese, parsley flakes. So a nice little treat from their chicken feed, crushed oyster shell and grit that they have over there. I do love to give the chickens a bit of variety sometimes. I think it really helps, you know, them, and it helps me seeing them enjoy their life so much. And I see we have a few new viewers. Welcome to watching Chickies, the daily live stream here on Reddit, and later YouTube about the lives and development of my chickens. They're just enjoying a nice little meal here. I have some cornbread, some cheese, some crushed red pepper, and parsley flakes. You see Chip, Dale, and Sweetheart eating some of theirs right now. And their parents are in their own respective chicken run and coop. Only Stormy seems to be eating right now. Where are the other two girls? Are you inside here? You getting ready to lay some eggs or something? Hello there, Braveheart. Hello there, Kagome. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Interrupting you in here. Oh, you're heading back? Okay. Yep, lots of little chickens here. Oh, happy Mr. Stormy with your chuckle clucks. You guys did not touch your grapes. Not interested in the snack now, Braveheart? Braveheart right here in black is my ayam cemani hen. Over there in brown and gold is my onagadori hen named Kagome. Over there in gray is the silkie rooster named Stormy. And we have their kids over here in black and white right here is Sweetheart, who is Braveheart and Stormy's girl. Over there, ooh, there's a helicopter going by. It's kind of like white and blonde right there. Oh, I know, that helicopter is so close. What's happening? That is Dale right there, half onagadori and half silkie. And in glorious tricolor, we have Chip, who is half onagadori and half silkie, or silkadori, as I like to call them. Oh, and chickens on the loose. Right out their coop. Right out your coop. Yeah, you want to go on a walkabout? Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, you can see your parents through there. Little chicken run there. Hello, Braveheart. Yeah, there's Sweetheart. Sweetheart and Braveheart. Bit of a familial resemblance. The onagadori breed is Japanese. The onagadori is an endangered breed of chicken from Japan, known for their long tail feathers that keep growing their whole lives. Onagadori tail feathers can grow to be lengths of 20 feet or more. Oh, hello there, 404 Ninja Not Found. Lovely to see you. Patim70, thank you for the wholesome award, much appreciated. Death Pact 231, thank you for the helpful award, much appreciated. They pretty much stay within the yards that I have here on my property, because we don't want them venturing throughout the neighborhood, which could be a bit dangerous. But they have free reign over here. I let them out of the chicken runs when I'm here, so I could keep away any potential dangers, like hawks and such. I know at my parents' place, there's been a bald eagle that's recently taken up residence that has been kind of terrorizing some smaller animals, so have to be careful. Very Bogus 1684, thank you for the Hugs Award. Zakumi, thank you for the Hugs Award. They normally eat an organic chicken feed that I have for them, though I like to supplement it with treats, like you can see here. I have two roosters. Right over here is Chip, the silkadori. And then I think... Mr. Stormy, are you in here? Oh, you're in here next to your girlfriend. Here in gray is Mr. Stormy, my silkie rooster. Dodecahedron, thank you for the silver award, much appreciated. Verbiage Supremacy. Thank you for the Helpful Award. I hear lots of flapping. What's going on? You having zoomies, Dale? Oh, you having much zoomies. Are you running around? Oh, you're trying to get to Sweetheart, who's ventured into their parents. That's your parents' chicken running coop. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, I could pet my chickens. I think they're in play mode right now. Yeah, Chip just ran away from me. Oh dear, oh dear. So, I think at the moment I'm going to be sticking to 6 chickens for the foreseeable future. Like 6 is enough to manage. Oh, Dale, you're going into your parents' run? They don't like it when you go into their run. What is it? What is it? You eating grass there? Oh, tasty grass. Oh dear, oh dear. Stormy is definitely a lot more dominant than Chip, though the peace is kind of kept because there are 2 separate coops and 2 separate runs. So they each have kind of their own area. Here. Sweetheart. Look, this door's open now as well. You can leave. Or you can eat your parents' treat. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh my, oh my. Yeah, the chickens do kind of care if some of the other chickens go into their run. Kagome gets very possessive over her run, and she will often chase out Dale and Sweetheart if they go in. I do like giving them things like parsley flakes. They enjoy cornbread, crushed red pepper flakes. Chickens will enjoy sesame seeds. Cheese is also a good sometimes treat. And Stormy's just seen to Kagome over there. I think Kagome's going to be laying an egg today, which is why Kagome's going over there. I have not seen any TikTok videos. I generally don't go on TikTok. But maybe if you could put a link on the Discord server or something, I could check it out. Asna Voice, thank you for the Wholesome Award. Much appreciated. I don't get many eggs, because these breeds aren't really known for their eggs. Maybe about 3 or 4 a week. And we're getting into the fall months, which can impact egg laying, as we don't get as much sun as we used to. I have never seen my chickens go swimming. I've kept them away from my pool as well. Oh, sing the damn song. Thank you for the Gold Award, and good morning to you. Even Chip has ventured into their parents' coop. Oh, Sweetheart, no, I wouldn't try to get into Miss Kagome's coop. Miss Kagome is very protective, even though she was your mama and she raised you. She thinks you're a big chicken now and you don't need to go into her territory. She's talking to you. You should listen to her. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Don't mess with Mama Kagome right now. You're already stealing some of their treats. D. Kearney, 555. Thank you for the Wholesome Award. Natsuki, 25. Thank you for the Hugs Award. Much appreciated. I've had the chickens now for... What's today's title? 478. So, I've missed a couple of... So, about 480 days right now. So, over a year. I try to do 1 stream each day. And I've been going since the original trio were just arrived. Okay, Chip, yes. If you leave as well, and we get Sweetheart to leave, I'm going to close the doors. So the original Chickies can have their treat, and they can be happy little chickens. And you don't have to eat the rest of their treat as well. You got your own. Yep, these 3 are the offspring of the original trio. 2 of them are Kagome's kids, Chip and Dale. And then Sweetheart is Braveheart's offspring. And Stormy is the father of all 3 of them. So all three are half silky, which is why all three have those feathery little legs, and all three have an extra toe, which is another silky trait. And you might notice all three have blue cheeks, which also come from Mr. Stormy. So Stormy's genes have actually been quite dominant, though you could see with Chip, the onagadori genes are showing as well. Like his tail feathers are getting longer and longer each day. So it might be possible that we will see Chip's tail feathers eventually get longer than 10 feet. I'm not sure if they'll get to true onagadori lengths, because he is only half onagadori, but only time will tell. I mean, he is a gloriously colored rooster. The blonde, the bright red, he has those blacks, those soft white silky feathers, the blue cheeks, the red comb. He is definitely a little stunner. And it's amazing how his full-blooded sister right here, Dale, looks so much different than him. So I wasn't really planning on breeding out this flock. For genetic diversity, like the only one that I would be okay with Chip really mating with would be our original Ayam cemani hen, Braveheart. Braveheart isn't genetically related to Chip at all. Is Braveheart in here with you? Are you getting ready to lay an eggie there, Braveheart? Okay, I'll give you some privacy. No, I don't really need to do anything to prevent more chickens. So a fertilized egg will only start to develop if it is sat on for, you know, a number of days where it reaches temperatures of 98 to 102 degrees Fahrenheit. And it takes a prolonged period of time. So if it's just sitting there not being warmed, it will remain just like a regular egg. The only difference will be a tiny, tiny little pin head spot on the yolk that will be white. And that's the only thing there to tell you that that egg was fertilized when you kind of crack it open. Electronic ad 3457, thank you for the Wholesome Award. Much appreciated. If your chickens ever get sick or have parasites, it's always a good idea to have the number of a local vet in your area that knows how to take care of them. Just in case you have an emergency, it's always good to have that info, because not every vet will know how to take care of chickens. And all of these little chickens are members of my family and friends for life, so they will never be eaten. I want them to have long, happy, and healthy lives. And yeah, they do deal with like little pest bugs, ticks and whatnot. Oh, the other three are coming out now. Hey guys, you want to come out? Want to hang out with your babies? There you go, Miss Braveheart. Yeah, out for a few clovers. Lovely, lovely. Moonshine Sativa, thank you for the Hugs Award. Much appreciated. There are predators like foxes where I am, and another good reason why you need to have something reinforced for your chickens to live in. Sue Slick, thank you for the Helpful Award. Much appreciated there. And Stormy will do a few little crows in the morning, usually around 7 o'clock. But, you know, I'm up around then just to let them out. What's that, Chippy? What you trying to tell me? Yeah? Yeah, what's over there? What do you hear? Do you hear one of the squirrels? Oh my. Time Peter, thank you for the Take My Energy Award. And Not a Random Person, thank you for the Wholesome Award. Much appreciated. No, neither Mr. Stormy or Chip ever tries to spur me. I haven't had any problems with predatory birds as of yet. A lot of my success in that regard is when I am out with my chickens. I make sure to be out with them. I walk with them, and when you're walking with your chickens like this, predatory birds are much less likely to try to swoop down and attack your chickens. Cage the Neck, thank you for the wholesome award, much appreciated. Chickens can get cold. You can winterize coops. My igloo coop is insulated, so that won't really need to be winterized nearly as much. I might need to do a few more things with this steel and wood coop as it gets a bit colder. But the chickens are going to be starting to molt and starting to develop more of an undercoat of feathers very soon. I do pick up my chickens. I do pet them. They're playing around right now. Mr. Stormy. Right here's my silkie rooster. So Mr. Stormy here is a silkie. Silkies are lovely. They're soft and feathery. And Stormy here is a boy. Yeah, you are. Good boy. You're the dad of 3 little chickens. Chip, Dale, and Sweetheart. And you're such a good boy with your fuzzy little feet. Yes, you are, Mister. Okay, let's get you down. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Y Dinar W, thank you for the helpful award. Much appreciated. Hello there, Sybil. Oh, there you go. Oh my, you have over 30 chickens and you just got 5 more? Wow, you probably have a lot more space on your property than I do. That is quite a lot. I mean, just 6 chickens for me can be a bit much at times. Oh, Chippy Chip, you just lose a feather, boy? You did? Look at that little ginger bit there on the end. Little ginger bit, a little fluffy bit right there. Oh, that's a lovely feather. Aw, Stormy, you finding bugs for the girls? Stormy makes that little chuckle cluck noise, or tidbitting, whenever he finds something he wants the girls to know about. He will often give them little gifts of food. So that is the sign of a very social, a very lovely rooster. And Chip was actually doing that earlier with some of his treats as well. Mental Orchid, thank you for the wholesome award. Much appreciated. It's actually 2 roosters and 4 hens over here. Tip for someone new looking to get into raising chickens, of course, is always first look at your local laws and regulations. There are local laws everywhere about owning chickens. Some places won't let you have them. Other places won't let you have roosters. Other places restrict the number that you can have, where you can place their coops. So it's always worth doing the research first. So I would have your coop in place first. You want all the accoutrements. You want the, the water set. You want their food setup set. Any sort of toys and stuff, and figure out how many you want to get. Whether you want to start with little baby chickens, whether you want to start with more full-grown chickens. There are pros and cons to that. I raised all of these guys from, right in the beginning. Stormy, Braveheart, and Kagome were shipped to me from a place called Feather Lover Farms right after they were born through overnight mail in the USPS. Chip, Dale, and Sweetheart were hatched right here. And, when you hand raise a chicken, they can be very, very friendly towards you. They're used to you. They don't see you as any potential threat. They just see you as another member of their flock and family. And, so 2 roosters and 4 hens. So I have 3 chickens per coop and run right over here. And they have actually been getting along very well. I've been looking to see if there have been any issues with Stormy and his son Chip fighting, but there have been none. I was actually feeding the chickens earlier, They have their treat over here of cornbread, a little bit of cheese, parsley, crushed red pepper flakes. But, oh, Kagome's fighting with Chip. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, Kagome, no, 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 no. Okay, Stormy's actually broken up the fight. This is one interesting thing I've seen. Chip and Kagome have fought a couple of times, and each time Stormy interrupts the fight and he stops anything from ever becoming serious. Most of the time it's actually Kagome, my hen, that is actually initiating any sort of a fight. Chippy Dippy. So Chip hasn't really gotten along with Kagome since the start. Chip was actually rejected by Kagome when Chip was a chick, and I had to actually hand raise Chip. So I think Chip has to a degree seen me as a kind of like mommy daddy in a way, and Kagome's always just been suspicious of him. So yeah, the chickens are alright. Stormy actually ran in there. He got Kagome to go into their run, and he broke up the fight, which is a great sign. You are a great boy. Good boy there. So that's one reason why I'm pleased with the dynamics of these two roosters together. Stormy has definitely grown into kind of a position in the flock as a peacemaker, and you know, it's going pretty well so far. Like, even if I hadn't been around there, Stormy would have broken everything up. There you go. Oh, not Alyssa's. Thank you for the heartwarming award. Much appreciated. Oh, yes, we used to call them the Peep Squad, didn't we? Oh, Kagome, I know. You want to be a fierce rooster. I know you don't like Chippy. But you need to be nice. Chip is your son. Chip is your son. I have two coops, actually. My original coop over here, and then I have an igloo coop over here. I am originally from Japan, but I'm also British and American, and I'm here in the nutmeg state of Connecticut. Oh, listen to Kagome complain. Oh dear, oh dear. Look at you, Sweetheart and Dale, side by side. You two are such close flock mates. And you okay, Chippy? Oh dear, are you still riled up? Are you still riled up? Come over here. Come over here. Chip, 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 chip. Come over here. Come over here. Oh dear. Okay, fine. Let's pick up little Dale here. Oh, and our kitty. Thank you for the Crab Rave Award. Hi there, little Dale. Good girl. My, your feathers are so soft. And Bunny Thumpers, thank you for the helpful award. Much appreciated. Yeah, and Dale here is quite a lovely little hen. Lovely brown eyes, the lovely blue, the subtle colors right here on their feathers. And Dale here is Chip's full-blooded sister. Oh, oh, oh. Here, here, here. All three together again. Kagome, are you going to finally eat your grapes? No, you're not. You're just going to complain. You okay, Chippy? Chip, 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 chip. Chip, 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 chip. Yeah, there you go, boy. I got you. I got you. Good boy. Fierce boy. Look at your hairstyle. You're like a glam rocker right here. This is on a Galaxy Note 10 Plus. the camera. I've been quite pleased with the camera for this. There you go. Yeah. Little Chip here with Dad. You calming down? Not so much clucking? Okay, that's good. Some roosters can be aggressive, others can be very laid back. Stormy is more of the laid back variety. Chip is definitely experiencing some hormones. Chip is a teenage rooster, just kind of coming into his own. So he's really trying to find his space in the flock. Good boy. Good boy. Hop, hop, hop. And it also depends on the breed of the rooster as well. And also, like, how much are you handling your chickens? Are you ever picking up your chickens? Are you ever petting them, giving them treats? Or are you just letting them run around and kind of almost be wild? And that will also have an effect on their temperament and personality. Chip used to be so small. Let's see. I think it's a 13-meter run over here. And I think the dimensions of this one all put together is like 13 meters. Machvano, thank you for the silver award. Much appreciated. I tend to wake up for the chickens myself every morning to get them out and about. The Igloo run has an automatic door opener and light in it, but my older run here, I need to open and close the door for them every night and morning. I think I'm eventually going to upgrade to the point where I get an automatic door for this, so I won't need to do that. They do eat a lot of insects in my yard. They're quite good at that. Here's an example. You can see Dale right here, just going through the underbrush. You want to do some kicks? Oh, was that Daddy Longlegs there? Were you trying to eat the Daddy Longlegs? Want to do some kicks? Show them how you do it? No, you just want to poo. Oh dear. Well, that's just a little bit of added... Ooh, there we go. Added nutrition for the lawn. You can see Dale just kind of kicks about the leaves, and she's just looking for anything she can find. Hey there, sweetheart. Oh, you're finding some little seeds there. Oh, what'd you find there, Chip? That's a little seed. Oh, now you saw Chip did like a little jig there. That is an example of a rooster trying to do their little mating dance. They will kind of go in a little circle, they'll lower one wing, and that is an example of kind of a good-bred rooster, because, you know, they're trying to initiate mating with a girl. They're asking permission. You do get some roosters that will just try to run in and jump on top of the hen, and that can be pretty problematic because, you know, the hen is not ready. I wish I had a donkey to protect the chicks, though it might be a bit difficult to have a donkey in my neighborhood. Don't think I'm zoned for it. There we go, guys. All of these guys are members of my family and friends for life, so they will never be eaten. You want to head out, Braveheart? There you go, girl. Come on. So species-wise, these are all chickens. Right here is Braveheart, who is an ayam cemani hen. Over there in gray is Stormy, the silkie rooster. And then we have the 3 kids over there. And then Kagome, presumably, is possibly laying an egg over there in the coop. Okay, come on, Braveheart. I don't want to hold open this door all day. Come on. There you go. Scoot that boot. I know. Murmur, murmur. No, the chickens smell fine. I do clean up after them. I use that compost bin in the corner to put any poop. Helps the compost. Oh, Braveheart. You want to come here? Come here. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, just saying hello to you, girl. Good girl. Yeah, I want to make sure to pick you up every day. Braveheart maybe does 1 to 2 eggs a week. Kagome does anywhere between 3 to 6 eggs a week. Okay, there you go. You want to go off with the kids over there? Oh, a little wiggle there. Test 99462. Thank you for the helpful award. Much appreciated. So I started about 480 days ago, so last year. I've been streaming pretty much every day since I got the chickens. I started off with 3. Oh, Kagome's just sitting there just looking at the yard. I think she might have an egg right there in the middle. So I just started with 3, and now up to 6. One of them is Braveheart's, and 2 of them are Kagome's, and Stormy was the father to all of them. We do have winters here in Connecticut, here on the east coast of the United States. I'm just trying to winterize the coops. The igloo coop is already insulated, so they should be good. So they should be okay. This is going to be the first winter where they're outside. I had them inside last year. So I'm going to see how it goes, monitor them, and make sure that they are nice and safe, because they are overall pet chickens. Oh, and thank you all. And Quentin, I hope your chickens are doing well in your little flock. And it is quite lovely and calming to watch them just be themselves, enjoying life, forgetting about any worries in your own for a bit. A little bit of chicken therapy, chicken zen. Lord Kronos, thank you for the Wholesome Crow Award. Much appreciated. Oh, thank you, Random Kid Fitness. I hope you have a great day. Oh, Kagome, you're making noises. What are you doing in there, girl? You huffy? Because you started a fight with Chip and then Stormy broke it up? Oh, dear. I love that little offended look Dale had right there when Chip turned around and his tail feathers smacked her in the head. I know, he has such long tail feathers. I do harvest the eggs, kind of have them as a little present from the flock, but the chickens themselves will never be eaten. These are pet chickens. Yeah, I know there are some companies out there that specialize shipping chickens internationally. I know I have considered moving back to the UK a few different times. And if that happens, I might try to see a way if I can bring the chickens with me. That would be an exciting trip for them. No, I don't harvest chickens. Braveheart's yolks are more orange, and Kagome's yolks are more pale yellow. So there are 3 different breeds in total: ayam, cemani, onagadori, and silkie that are part of my flock. And the 3 kids are all hybrids that are all at least half silkie. Well, if you have foxes in any area that you have chickens, I recommend a coop that is like reinforced with metal. Because those foxes will try to get your chickens almost no matter what the size that they are. First-time chicken owners, I would always recommend silkies. Silkies have very lovely temperaments. They're very soft and fluffy, brilliant little chickens, and The hens are especially very broody. Braveheart's eggs are pink, and then Kagome's eggs over there are kind of a pale white. Hey, Mr. Stormy. You watching your girlfriend Kagome? You doing a little Romeo and Juliet right here? Yeah? Just watching out for her? Okay, you're a good boy. Good boy. There's only 6 chickens, so they're pretty easy to remember their names. All of them look very different from each other. I was a little worried initially when Sweetheart first was hatched that she would look too much like Braveheart, but you could see that she looks quite distinctly different. Presumably because of the cheek color of both Dale and Sweetheart here, they might give blue eggs. Because usually cheek color can be an indication from a chicken what color their eggs might be. Oh, so if you wanted to fortify an enclosure, if you live next to the woods where there are foxes, you might actually need to, let's see, I would probably suggest like building on a base, like around here, like I've been considering building over here, something bigger, where you've actually built down a few feet, you go underneath, and that's to prevent things from digging underneath. Arkava Bizwaz, thank you for the Wholesome Award. Evan Slack, thank you for the Hugs Award. Much appreciated. Yes, Stormy and Chip do get along, my 2 roosters. Roosters will attempt to defend their flock against foxes, but unfortunately, from what I know of most roosters, they will be outmatched. They might be able to save some of their girls' lives, but they will probably end up dying in the process. So, like, your best bet to defend against foxes is just to have an enclosure that is too much trouble for them to get through. Leo Haiku, thank you for the Helpful Award. Much appreciated. Yeah, burying chicken wire under their run, that's another good thing to do. One of the features of my igloo coop over here, as opposed to the other coop, is that it actually, you can see here, it has wiring that goes about, I want to say 9 inches from the edge and covers the grass around it. So most animals, when they try to dig underneath a coop, they will dig right next to the edge. But if they're stopped by wires like this, that will kind of dissuade them. So wanting chickens, my uncle raised chickens, ducks, and rabbits when I was a kid. I always thought it was kind of neat. I've always wanted chickens, and during the pandemic, where I had so much extra time, I saw my chance to get my first pets, and I took it. Super Pooter, thank you for the Hugs Award. Much appreciated. Yeah, that extra little bit of security of having that, that wiring on the outside is something that I'm going to be modifying this coop with as well. I have not had any issues with rats in my area. I've been on the lookout to see if there's been any vermin issues, but no vermin have been attracted to either of the coops as of yet. All of my chickens have names. We have Kagome in here, the Onagadori hen, Stormy, the silkie rooster, Braveheart, the ayam cemani hen, Sweetheart, the half ayam cemani, half silkie hen, Dale, the half onagadori and half silkie hen, and then, last but not least, where are you, Chippy? Oh, there you are, okay, you told me. We have Chip, the half onagadori and half silkie rooster. It's not too hard to herd them back into their pens. They know where they live. Zachary Perkins, 1023, thank you for the Silver Award. Much appreciated. I enjoy doing these streams. It's kind of like my daily moment of zen. Get to spend time with the Chickies, spend time talking to lovely people, and, you know, it's my little daily dose of chicken therapy. They don't wake me up in the morning, but I wake myself up early in the morning so I can see to their needs. That usually just has me coming out at about 7 o'clock in the morning. I make sure to pick up my chickens at least once a day, each of them, and give them little cuddles. That helps them stay kind of nice and tame. They know that I'm here and that I love them. Mr. H2O Remade, thank you for the Silver Award. Much appreciated. Oh yeah, having a great day so far. The chickens are happy. I'm happy. Having a lot of nice conversations. There you go. Yeah, you have chickens that, you know, can be quite lovely, that want to spend time with you. Even some might jump into your lap. Hold on, let's see. I'm going to sit down, and Braveheart over there does like to jump into my lap. Let's see if she'll do it today. Oh, there you go. Hello, girl. So chickens do like affection. Good girl, good girl. Cross Ends, thank you for the Hugs Award. Much appreciated. Oh, you're such a good girl, Braveheart, and you're using me as a napkin. Oh, dear. Yeah, little murmurs. Braveheart likes to use me as her favorite perch. Chip actually might be becoming the largest chicken. She's definitely kind of challenging Braveheart here for that role. Braveheart has been the biggest chicken for quite a while. She is our biggest hen as well. She's bigger than Stormy there, the other rooster. And now I'm hearing some murmurs from Braveheart. Now after a while you might get used to what your chickens are saying. She'll sometimes come in for me for a hug. Sometimes she'll want me to pet her. But when I hear this little murmur from her, that usually means I don't want to be pet right now. So if I pet her, she's going to give me a little peck. So I'm just going to show you what happens. You see, she's trying to turn around. She wants to give me a little peck to say no. There's that little peck. I know I did it even though you said no. I'm sorry. She's kind of like a cat. She wants to sit on the lap, but she doesn't want pets right now. She'll tell me when she wants pets. Beasta, thank you for the Silver Award. Much appreciated. Oh, and she does sometimes come in for chicken hugs. She'll come in close to my chest when she wants that. Right now she's just settling in because she wants to be nice and cozy on my lap. So this is the original 3 chickens coop, and then I have an igloo coop over there for the others. Stormy the Rooster right there, he is a very lovely guy. I can pick him up instantly. He loves pets all the time, and he's great at breaking up any fights. Really great temperament. Chip right here, he's just coming into his own. He's a teenage chicken, figuring out where he is in the flock. He's performing mating dances, and he's giving gifts to girls, so he seems to be well-mannered. All these little chickens are members of my family and friends for life, so they will never be eaten. I want them to have long, happy, and healthy lives. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's always nice to respect your pets and the signals that they give off, because, you know, they might not always want pets. And the longer that you spend time with your pets, the more that you will be able to read the sort of body language and just be able to communicate with them. Because they all give off signals. They are their own little feathery or furry people. And they have their own little lives that you should respect. These chickens should live between 10 to 12 years. Hopefully more, but as long as they're happy and healthy years. You know, that's the important thing. Chickens can be very intelligent. In lab tests, they've been shown to be able to do addition and subtraction. They're able to withhold getting treats in the present in anticipation of more in the future, and are able to recognize more than 100 different individual humans. So, you know, they're a lot smarter than a lot of people give them credit for. I got my starting chickens online from a place called Feather Lover Farms in California. They specialize in some of these more unusual chickens that you don't normally see here in the US. And I got an onagadori hen named Kagome, a silkie rooster named Stormy, and the ayam cemani hen named Braveheart. And they're just poking around, finding clovers, eating grass, eating bugs, just enjoying a nice fall day. Yeah, isn't that right, girl? Isn't that right? So Braveheart here is so black because she's an ayam cemani. They originally hail from the Java Islands, and they have something known as hyperpigmentation, which means her black coloration goes all the way down to her very bones. Sweetheart over there also has hyperpigmentation because of Braveheart, and the fact that Stormy, who's a silkie rooster, also has hyperpigmentation, so she picked up that gene. And Chip's just looking after his sisters over there. I see him looking around, being an attentive little guy. Generally speaking, you know, my flock's eggs actually do taste different than something that you would get in a supermarket. I would probably say that would be the same for most backyard chickens. Chip over there is what I like to call silkie-ayam. He's half silkie and half onagadori. The onagadori is an endangered breed of chicken from Japan, known for their tail feathers that keep growing their entire lives. And then the silkie is a breed of chicken from China, first bred around 2,000 years ago, that is super soft and fluffy and look like they're covered in fur. There are some dogs out there that will be able to be good around chickens. Unfortunately, a lot of hunting dogs have been kind of bred to go after birds. So they'll instinctively try to hunt chickens if they're around them. So it's all kind of about their upbringing and their breed. And it's always nice to kind of hand feed your chickens whenever you have the opportunity to do so. How do I sound like an old man and a young man at the same time? I'm not sure. So Braveheart hanging around with the kids. Yeah, Chip right here is a rooster. Sort of a teenage rooster. Hey there, boy. And just hanging out with 3 of the hens of the flock. Braveheart, Sweetheart, and Dale. Chip is related. Well, Dale is his full sister, and Sweetheart is his half sister. Chip is, I want to say at this point, 4.5 months old. And along with the girls, they're about the same age. Braveheart here is over a year old now. She's about 480 days old, so that's what? About 1 year, 120 days. So over 1 year, 4 months old. Well, I'm not planning on getting another rooster anytime soon, or any other chickens. It's probably going to be these 6 for quite a while. Yeah, some dogs will just instinctively want to hunt any bird that they find just because they've been bred for it. So you definitely want to be careful with those sort of dogs around chickens like these. Your best bet is to have a dog that isn't really bred to hunt birds, and to have them grow up around the chickens. I've heard some good stories of some people with sheepdogs with chickens, that the sheepdogs have learned how to herd the chickens back into their coops and have been, good with them. Again, your results may vary. Chickens are pretty much adults, and they will start laying eggs when they are around the 6 to 9 month mark. So that's kind of when they're adults right there. Oh, thank you, Reese. Yeah, I do quite enjoy this tree. Quite an older tree right here. Extensive canopy. So Braveheart right there in black, she's the mother to Sweetheart over there. Chip is related to Sweetheart through Stormy, my silkie rooster over there. Chip and Dale both have the same mom and dad. So all of the new young chicks have Stormy as a father. So the only two chickens that aren't related whatsoever genetically are Chip and Braveheart. Allied Forces 310, thank you for the Hugs Award, much appreciated. Yep, the chickens are all quite soft. Their feathers are kept really nicely, and they keep care of their feathers. They do lots of preening, they kind of clean themselves, and I help clean up their general areas as well. I am not sure what type of tree this is. Never really thought about it. I'm sure someone would be able to tell me here on the chat. BTC 4F, thank you for the Love Award. Joa Bello, thank you for the Helpful Award. Oh my! Oh my! Chicken zoomies! That was... Oh dear, Sweetheart! That was quite the little flight there. Lots of chicken zoomies. I've had to bathe Mr. Stormy, the silkie rooster, there a few times when he got messy. No, I don't do cell research, but that sounds like an interesting subject right there. You guys gonna do more zoomies? It looked like Dale wanted to play with Sweetheart there. So the consensus is oak tree, eh? Okay. I'd say at the moment I'm at max capacity. The chickens... Oh, is this a Miss Kagome feather? Oh, quite extensive. The chickens are pretty happy. 3 chickens to a coop right now. So I don't want to increase the size of the flock at the moment. Yes, I've been thinking that I need to cut some of their flight feathers, which is not a permanent thing for chickens, but especially Sweetheart and Dale and Chip have all been really testing out their wings as of late, and I don't want them flying over the fence into the next yard. Yeah, the chickens let me pet them when they're feeling in the mood. Like right now, Chip wants to be on his own. You want to be on your own? You want to be on your own? You want to be on your own? Okay, I'm following you. Oh dear. Let's see if I can get Sweetheart for a second. There we go. Yeah, I haven't picked you up today. Here we go. Here we go. You got a messy beak, girl. Hold on. There we go. What have you been eating? What have you been eating, little Sweetheart? Oh dear, oh dear. I'm just flying away now. I haven't had any issue with my igloo coop so far. It's been pretty good. Let's see. Got a little nesting area in there. They got the other area here where I have some water for them. Yeah, I haven't had any neighbors complain about the chickens so far. I have a little automatic door opener here for them as well. I'm over here in the northeast of the U.S. in Connecticut. Weed High, thank you for the Wholesome Award, much appreciated. I am a UK citizen and I am an American citizen. I've lived most of my life over here in the US, though I'm originally from Japan. Hey, Braveheart. Oh, I gave you back your perch. Okay, you can sit here for a bit. Hello there, Dale. So the ongoing costs for me having chickens now that all the coops are kind of established is just me giving them treats, which can often be just leftovers that I have, and then buying chicken feed, which you can kind of buy in bulk. My biggest threat for predators would be in the form of probably the raccoons in the area, and possibly foxes. There are foxes in the area as well. Do you want to come out there? Do you want to come out, Stormy? Here, you want to come out, Stormy? Here you go. Storm, this way. Do you want to come out? Or do you just want to fluff up? You think about it. Hello there in Boston. Oh, no, Dale. You don't get to go in with your parents. This is not your chicken run. This is not your chicken run. They do behave like pets. As you saw a little bit earlier, I was able to pet some of them. I don't like to, constantly be picking them up all the time because that can stress them out. They eat a significant amount each day. I keep track of how much they eat. And with their feeders, they can just eat whenever they're hungry. Mr. Stormy, looking at your kids from the other side. How about you guys go to your coop? Huh? You don't have to constantly be looking at your parents. There you go, Chip. There you go. Head along with the others there, Dale? No worries. It's always lovely to have a conversation, answer some questions. Half the fun of streaming online here on Reddit. You guys trying to figure out how to get back into your parents' coop? You have a lovely coop. You got toys in there, you got lots of food. Oh yeah, you'll get chicken arguments sometimes. Kagome instigated a little fight between Chip before that Stormy broke up. And you'll get some verbal arguments with chickens where they're yelling at each other. So that will happen as well. Like you can hear Kagome right there warning off the other chickens from going around in her area. I have Chip over here, the half silkie, half onagadori rooster. And then I have Stormy, this little patriarch of the flock, over here, who is a purebred silkie. I get about anywhere between like 3 to 5 eggs a week. So the breeds that I have here are not really known for their egg-laying prowess. But, in return, they do actually live between 10 to 12 years, so they're fairly long-lived chickens. Kagome, like from Inuyasha. The Onagadori breed is an endangered breed of chicken from Japan, so I felt it was appropriate. And there's a little sound button in the corner. All videos start muted. But again, they won't be able to hear me say that. Maybe I can type it for them. There we go. I even typed in this stream. Oh my, oh my. Yeah, I have even collected all of these streams on YouTube. So there's been like almost like a year and a half worth of these streams collected. So you can see all of the chickens grow up from just these tiny, tiny little chicks to the flock of 6 that I have now. I joke sometimes that these are probably some of the best documented chickens on the internet. So Chip right there is half onagadori and half silkie, so kind of half endangered. And Dale is his full-blooded sister. Kagome, oh good, she came out. Right here in brown and gold is a full-blooded onagadori. So there are only about 150 breeding pairs left in Japan. And yeah, now she has a couple of half silky offspring. So these two together kind of make one onagadori, but looking at Chip's tail feathers, which keep growing and growing, I bet you he has inherited some of those genes. So we're going to be seeing tail feathers that probably go over 10 feet long once he gets a bit older. Oh dear, a hen that was scared of thunderstorms. Yeah, none of my chickens are scared of thunderstorms, though they aren't really big fans of fireworks. It's like they can hear a difference. Well, you like those little seeds there, don't you there, sweetheart? Oh, what are you doing? You have a present there for the girls? Oh yeah, there's some clovers there, buddy. You like clovers? Oh yeah, you like good clovers. Oh, sweetheart's coming to take your presents. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, the only way I would be able to breed any more purebred onagadoris is if I had a, like a full, blooded one. And, you know, I mean, if Chip does have any offspring, they will be partially onagadori. It's not really my goal to become an onagadori breeder, however. Oh, the girls just let me take their eggs. None of my girls are broody. So, some chickens will become broody and will try to stay on their eggs. Other chickens will just kind of lay their eggs and go like, huh, that just came out. And they'll just walk away. So if they're not broody, they won't really care about you taking their eggs. They'll just be like, huh, neat. Oh, sweetheart, you're trying to figure out a way inside your parents' run. Stormy's eating more of the treat. Though, guys, you have still more of your treat as well. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have a very nice little flock of dinosaurs here. Hello there, Dale. Chip, Chip, are you trying to figure out how to open up that lock? You're not going to figure out that lock. You're not. You don't have the hands for it, boy. Did you just goose your sister? You're a chicken. You shouldn't be goosing. Running over to the other side. Hey there, boy. Hey there. Hey there. Hey there. Hey. There you go. There you go, boy. Good boy. Oh, I know you're a big chicken now. You're such a big chicken. So look at these little feet of yours. You can see, because of the silky genetics, Chip actually has 5 toes on each foot, as opposed to 4 most chickens normally have. His spurs, right here, are starting to develop. You could see they're just little nubbins on the side of his feet. What, you see your sisters play and you want to go with them? Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to let you go play with your sisters. Oh, listen to you go. Oh, right into a little chicken dance. There you go. Yeah, I know you, good boy. Oh, look at that little mating dance. I try to forget that you do it for your sisters there. A definite good breed for a starter would be silkies. Silkies are great. Silkies aren't very temperamental. They're really lovely. The girls get nice and broody. So that is like a perfect starting chicken. Ayam cemanis are very intelligent. They can be quite nice to their human caretakers as well. They're like really smart as a whip. So that's another good breed. Onagadoris are very friendly to their human caretakers as well, but they're a lot rarer. They're endangered and from Japan. The only difficulty in raising them is their tail feathers do keep growing their entire lives, so that there can be accommodations made for that. Hello there, Clementine Aislinn. Clementine Aislinn. Oh, lovely little clucks. You found some clover there. Oh, lovely, lovely. So happy, so happy. Yeah, good boy. You are a good boy. Look at those little silky feathers there. Do I see a streak of like almost blue-green coming out of that feather there? Oh dear, you just get more and more colorful each day. And then you start preening, because you know you're a fancy boy. You are. You are. I am British, American, and I live here in the northeast of America, and I'm originally from Japan, so my accent is from all over the place. I guess the closest you might get is an Atlantic accent for me. Yeah? What are you finding there, Chip Chip? Yeah, what are those other birds saying to you? What are those other birds saying to you? Yeah, Chip Chip? Yeah? You're not sure? Let's see. Oh, there are a couple nice clovers here. Let's see if I can persuade Chip. Oh, look who's coming here. Yeah, lovely clover. Oh, there you go, sweetheart. You want some as well, Dale? There you go. Yeah, chickens love clovers. They love clovers. There's still another one. You want the last one? There you go. Good little chickies. All right. Looking for more? What are you guys finding? Oh, there's some teeny tiny clover right here, Chip Chip. Chip Chip. Right here. Right here. Maybe they're too teeny tiny for you. Rogue Corito, 33. Thank you for the Hugs Award. Much appreciated. Oh, Chip's tail feathers are going to keep getting longer and longer. You see Chip in 6 months, and you're going to be seeing a much different chicken. We're going to be seeing super long tail feathers from him. I Want Pie, thank you for the Helpful Award. Macaroni Trader, thank you for the Helpful Award. Much appreciated. Oh, you floofed up there, boy. Floofing up. Oh, yes, nice lovely clovers. All you telling your sisters? Good boy, good boy. Oh, humans can eat clover as well. That's interesting. I never even thought about that. Maybe one day I can have a clover salad. Mental River 4919, thank you for the Hugs Award. Much appreciated. Yep, I'm here in the nutmeg state of Connecticut, here on the east coast of the US. It feels lovely to have pet dinosaurs. Just hanging out with them, watching them have a bit of fun, kind of just go about, having some nice snacks, getting to cuddle them. It's all lovely. Then we have Stormy watching us from over there. Hey there, Mr. Stormy. Good boy. You're a good boy. I think Braveheart and Kagome might be trying to lay eggs in there. Stormy's just keeping watch. He's seen what I'm doing, as his kids are having fun here. Oh, lots of flip-flapping. Ooh, what'd you find there? Did you find a berry? Oh, that's a very red berry. Where'd you get that red berry from? You're not gonna let anyone take that from you. Or maybe you're just gonna give it to Chip. I don't know, is that red berry safe for you? Yeah, it's weird how Connecticut is known as the nutmeg state, and I don't think we are even the largest producer of nutmeg in the country. I was always surprised when the official term for a person from Connecticut is actually calling them a nutmegger. These are pet chickens that also give me eggs. Andre 2020, thank you for the gold award. Much appreciated. Oh, and the other girls are out now. Braveheart and Kagome, just preening a bit. Still refusing to touch their grapes in the corner. You really don't want to eat those grapes, do you? I've heard so many other chicken owners say, yeah, my chicken loves grapes. I give them a whole bunch, nothing. I have to usually chop up my chickies' food for them, and if I don't chop it up, they just get all harumphy with me, and they don't want to eat anything. Ultra Ping Bin, thank you for the wholesome award. Friendliest Flower, thank you for the helpful award. Much appreciated. Yep, Braveheart and Kagome. Braveheart is the silkie-ayam cemani hen over there, and Kagome is the onagadori hen over there. There's Stormy, the silkie rooster, and all of their kids are over here. Let's see if I can pick up Mr. Stormy. Mr. Stormy, you want a cuddle? Come out here if you want a cuddle, Mr. Stormy. Okay. Good boy. My good boy, heckin' good boy, wants his cuddles. There you go, Mr. Stormy. There you go. Yeah, there are coyotes in my area as well that I need to be on the lookout for. IDK, maybe you. Thank you for the silver award. Much appreciated. There we go, my little guy. There we go. Yeah, Stormy's a really handsome little guy there, aren't you, boy? Aren't you? I appreciate you every day, my little patriarch of my flock. Oh, you want to go down? Okay, there you go. Oh, there you go. Mr. Fluffy Butt. Fluffiest butt with fluffy little trousers. Oh yeah, the chickens show me affection all the time. Braveheart jumps into my lap. Stormy appreciates cuddles, and they all show their personality in different ways. Yeah, cluck, cluck, cluck. And for any of you just joining, welcome to watching Chickies, the daily live stream here on Reddit about the lives and development of my chickens. Today is day 478 of the broadcast, and I have 6 different chickens here that we've been keeping track of ever since the very beginning. We have Kagome, the onagadori hen, Braveheart, the ayam cemani hen, Stormy there in gray, the silkie rooster, and then their 3 kids. Chip, the half onagadori and half silkie rooster, Dale, the half-onagadori and half-silkie hen, and Sweetheart, the half-ayam cemani and half-silkie hen. And I stream here pretty much every day, and then we upload it to my YouTube channel called Watching Chickies, and there's a link to that in my profile. And feel free to give me a follow if you ever want to join us again for one of these streams, just watching the chickens, relaxing, and talking. They live about... So these chickens will live between 10 to 12 years, hopefully a little bit longer. They are pet chickens, and I want them to live long, happy, and healthy lives. At the moment, 6 chickens is enough for me. Chip actually was hatched live on stream about 5 months ago, 5.5 months ago, which was quite an exciting moment. And yeah, if anyone ever wants, you could just go back into my profile or go to the YouTube channel, and you can basically see the chickens grow up right before your eyes. And I think I'm going to be wrapping up the broadcast soon. I do stream daily. It can be a bit of an eclectic schedule because I am an actor. I go into New York City quite often. So, you know, on any given shooting day, I might have to, you know, do like a quick stream in the morning or a quick stream at night. But I always like to give these chickies time each day. Kagome's being antisocial. Oh dear. Yeah? What are you doing, Chip Chip? What are you doing? Oh my. Chicken chasing. What are you doing? Chicken zoomies? Well, almost all of the flock is here. And I think I am gonna head back and get some other stuff done today. So, they're mostly inside their runs, which are quite large when I'm not around, and that's to keep them safe from local predators such as hawks, raccoons, foxes, and coyotes. So when I'm around, they can kind of go around freely because no one wants to mess with the human. The gray one over there in the back is my silkie rooster named Stormy. So I'm going to wrap things up around here, but I will be back tomorrow. So if you enjoyed this broadcast, feel free to give me a follow here on Reddit. And there are also links to the YouTube channel, which a follow there is always appreciated. And a link to our Discord server. Thank you all very much. And I hope all of you guys have lovely days today. Oh, hello there, February Monster. Did you just come in right at the very end of the broadcast, or have you been here the whole time? I'm not sure. Oh, it's okay, February Monster. You caught the tail end. I think I've been broadcasting for over an hour at this point. So, before my voice goes, I'm gonna head inside, and I'm gonna get these little chickens back to where they need to go. But at least we got to say hello. So I hope all of you, and February Monster, you included, have lovely days today. And I hope to see all of you guys again soon. Okay, everyone. Take care now. Bye-bye.